Now in Good Morning Northwest, a manhunt underway in Spokane right now. The violent crime that has police searching for several dangerous suspects.
And it is warmer and it is rainier here this morning. We're trying what you need to know as you start the week.
And a daring military operation kills Mexico's top drug lord, but the victory comes with a price. Cartel violence erupts nationwide, putting American tourists in danger, shutting down flights. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. So glad you're with us. I'm Robin Nance. Natalie Grant is off this morning. It's Monday, February 23rd. Meteorologist Matt Gray helps kick off this hour with your first alert forecast.
And you are going to need some rain gear this morning as we have got a ton of wet weather moving across the Pacific Northwest, including here in the inland Northwest. And there's some pretty heavy rain here. You can see this dark green interspersed with some of the yellows and reds, signifying some really quite heavy precipitation falling right now across eastern Washington and into parts of North Idaho, especially with this band that's coming right through the valley right now. Look at this. These areas in that yellow color, remember, seeing really heavy rain rates sitting over Post Falls, East Farms, at Otis Orchards right now, and then on the north side of Spokane Valley here. This is all going to kind of track just to the north of downtown Coeur d'Alene. So folks around Rathdrum and Hayden, you're about to see a good dose of rain here. Meanwhile, the back end of this is already moved through the downtown Spokane area. So raining in the valley, dry in Spokane for the moment as this all continues to quickly move from west to east here this morning. Not going to be dry for too long around Spokane. See, it's still raining in Cheney as kind of these bands of rain have kind of connected here south around Sprague Lake. This next round, right around Davenport, expecting here over the next kind of 30-40 minutes to start to creep into the West Plains and then into Spokane proper here as we go through this 6 a.m. hour. It's going to be rainy throughout much of the day today. We're also going to be looking for snow on mountain passes and some of our higher elevations, including the Palouse, heading into tonight. So we'll take a closer look at that coming up.
Breaking news this morning. Take a look at this. This is what streets look like right now in parts of Mexico. Cars on fire, roads blocked, and it all started after the killing of drug lord El Mencho. Military forces carried out the operation and cartel members fired back. In a post on social media, the White House press secretary says in part, El Mencho was a top target for both the Mexican and U.S. governments. After the takedown, things escalated pretty fast. Airports shut down and a lot of U.S. citizens found themselves stranded.
We have not been able to find a flight back. Even if we hear that the airport is secure and there's military people around the airport keeping it safe, getting there and the hour drive to the airport is the concerning part. We don't know what we may find along the way.
At this point, a lot of countries tell their citizens to stay put and stay safe. This morning, authorities arrested several people tied to El Mencho. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. The Spokane Police Department is searching for the people involved in a fatal stabbing in North Spokane. Officers were called to the Apple Tree Inn on Holland Avenue between North Division and Newport Highway around 1 yesterday afternoon. When officers arrived, they found a man in one of the rooms suffering with stab wounds. They tried to save his life, but he died at the scene. SPD believes multiple people involved in the stabbing left the scene before officers got there. Holland is open this morning. Officers had it shut down for several hours to investigate. You can download the 4 News Now mobile app and turn on push notifications to get the latest breaking news, like stories like that, sent right to your phone. We are taking a look at a few of the ordinances the Spokane City Council is considering at tonight's meeting. An ordinance to ban kratom will have its first reading. Kratom comes in many forms, including liquid, pills, capsules, and powders, and it's often sold at gas stations, convenience stores, and smoke shops. It's often marketed as a natural supplement with opioid-like effects. Healthcare workers, though, warn against it because kratom is not FDA approved.
You're stepping away and saying this is a better choice because at least it's not fentanyl. You're still putting yourself at risk for the really terrible things that come along with it.
The ordinance would ban the sale and distribution of kratom in all forms within the city of Spokane. If approved, Spokane would be the first city in Washington to do so. Another proposal discusses creating immigration enforcement-free zones on city-owned property. The city requires federal agents like ICE obtain a judicial warrant before staging or conducting surveillance on city property and parking lots. The proposal comes as fear grows within Spokane's immigrant community. Sam Smith co-founded Manzanita House, which provides low-cost legal assistance to immigrants. He says the ordinance sends an important message.
It is saying that we need to stand up to do everything we can to protect our communities.
However, some Spokane residents believe the ordinance creates unnecessary conflict with federal authorities. The City Council holds its first reading of the ordinance at tonight's meeting. Tomorrow, President Donald Trump will deliver his State of the Union address to Congress. Some local Democratic lawmakers will not be in attendance. Washington Senator Patty Murray announced on Twitter she will not go to the President's State of the Union. Instead, she will speak to Washingtonians on a live stream at 1:30 that same afternoon. However, Washington Senator Maria Cantwell is attending, bringing Washington Secretary of State Steve Hobbs as her guest. Eastern Washington Representative Michael Baumgartner has invited a high school teacher from Walla Walla to accompany him tomorrow. Good morning, Northwest. Time is 6:06 on the dot. Let's check in with meteorologist Matt Gray once again, taking a look at what you can expect if you're doing some traveling.
Yeah, all right. So travel over the Cascades this morning, not looking like the best situation, particularly Stevens Pass. We got the camera back now, and yeah, snowing pretty good.
Yeah.
As we head into the later portion of the day, travel over the passes in North Idaho going to start to get a little bit tricky as more of this wet weather and mountain snow continue. Your forecast coming up.
And what we have is nothing like this, a historic blizzard paralyzing the Northeast. After the break, we look at the bomb cyclone bringing dangerous conditions that could shut down some of the nation's busiest airports. Man, we've had a weird winter here, but it's not over yet. Better get some last spins on Spokane's ice ribbon while you can when we come back when it's closing for the season.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Then I realized the more you bundle, the more you save on insurance with Liberty Bibberty.
It's like you're talking my love language.
Well, I've been taking word classes online.
Wow.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hi. Hi. Chocolate fundraiser.
With the Chase mobile app, things move a little more smoothly. Deposit checks easily and send money quickly. That's convenience from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
Febreze. Love your plugins but wish you had more scent control? Meet the Febreze Plug Scent Booster. Enjoy the same 50 days of continuous scent as Febreze Plug, including a cord for flexible placement options and a boost button for extra scent. Febreze Plug Scent Booster. La, 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 la.
Hi, how can I help you guys?
We're here to win.
Your bucket list? Win big at Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel, proud sponsor of Gonzaga basketball.
Kerner Furniture's President's Day sale is here. And that means it's time to save big on everything in the showroom, including La-Z-Boy. Shop reclining sofas like this La-Z-Boy. Sale price $1199.95.
Our huge selection of La-Z-Boy recliners are marked down with sale prices starting at just $299.95.
Find the furniture that complements your home at a price that complements your budget.
Shop local and save big during Kerner Furniture's President's Day sale. Going on now.
When it comes to your cancer treatments, you have choices.
It's important to explore your options. A second opinion will help you to make a more informed decision about your treatment. Contact Summit Cancer Centers today. One of our cancer specialists will speak to you directly, offering you same-day second opinions and options available for your type of cancer. And second opinions are covered by most insurance companies. Cancer, it's worth a second look. Summit Cancer Centers. Integrative, innovative, inspired.
Your time is 6:09. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. FBI Director Kash Patel was seen at the Olympics in Italy, celebrating with the U.S. men's hockey team after their dramatic gold medal win over Canada yesterday. Patel, a longtime hockey fan, posted on social media multiple times from the event. A video obtained by CNN shows him in the team locker room, drinking beer, wearing a gold medal, and dancing and singing with the team. In a follow-up post, Patel addressed the moment, saying in part, quote, "For the very concerned media, yes, I love America." Patel has faced congressional investigations into his use of government resources for personal reasons. According to the FBI, Patel was in Italy for multiple official engagements, traveling to Milan on a Justice Department jet. It has been 4 years since the Russian military, under the orders of President Vladimir Putin, launched an unprovoked invasion on Ukraine February 24, 2022. Although Ukraine was able to repel the initial Russian attacks on critical regions, slow down Russian advances, and even took back areas of land originally seized by Moscow, the past 3 years have seen Russia brutalize the country and its people. Now, after 4 years of war, as Ukraine continues to battle with Russia along the front lines, peace negotiations, mostly brokered by the European Union and the United States, have largely stalled. Leaders in D.C. and around the world are reacting to President Donald Trump's Saturday announcement that he is raising global tariffs to 15%. That's up from the 10% he imposed just a day earlier. The back-to-back tariff announcements came after the Supreme Court ruled Friday that the sweeping emergency tariffs Trump imposed last year are illegal. But the High Court's ruling only applies to one specific law. So the president immediately responded by saying he will now rely on other legal authorities to keep tariffs in place. A historic blizzard slamming the Northeast with up to 2 feet of snow in some areas. The high-impact bomb cyclone is bringing blizzard conditions, heavy snow, and damaging winds from Philadelphia to Boston. In New York and New Jersey, governors have issued states of emergency. The dangerous whiteout conditions not only prompting school districts across the Northeast to cancel in-person classes, but air travel is also expected to be brought to a halt for some of the nation's busiest airports. More than 5,000 flights have already been canceled in the U.S. today, according to FlightAware.
And time now to plan your day locally. Nothing like what they're seeing on the East Coast. It's rainy weather instead, with some snow up for our mountain passes. There will be a little bit of clearing around the I-90 corridor this afternoon. We'll still continue to, though, see a chance for off and on rain showers. And tonight, that slight chance of wet weather continues, but this time cool enough for a little winter mix.
Good morning. Northwest time is now 6:12. Spokane mail carriers take their fight to the streets or a bridge. Coming up, a look at the Fight Like Hell rally, part of a nationwide movement, what it's pushing for and why, just ahead. First, a commercial break and this live look this morning at Riverfront Park. That's the skate ribbon right there on its last week of operation before prepping for spring. Hope you're having a great start to your Monday. We'll be right back.
Declared dead while still living and breathing.
Well, I'm very much here, very much alive.
Endless lines, lost insurance, and red tape. Why weeks later, a local woman is still fighting to prove she exists. Tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest.
When you get injured in a car accident, you're going to have to fight with a big insurance company
who make huge profits by paying out small settlements.
That's when you call Russell and Hill.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
Welcome to Missisquoi Casino Hotel. Discover endless possibilities with our exclusive partnership with 49 Degrees North. Cozy fireplaces, state-of-the-art ski lockers, and views that take your breath away. Book your hotel stay with us and enjoy a delicious dinner, drinks by the fire, and the soothing warmth of the hot tub.
Ski, stay, and play at Missisquoi Casino Hotel. Located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah.
See the USA in your Chevrolet. America's asking you to call. Drive your Chevrolet through the USA. America's the greatest land of all.
Now, well-qualified buyers can get 3.9% financing for 60 months on all 2026 Silverado 2500 HD pickups, plus no monthly payments for 90 days. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Your home deserves the best. At Spokane Painting Pros, we treat your space like our own, bringing expert craftsmanship to every project. From stunning interior transformations to weather-resistant exteriors, our 5-step process ensures perfection. We'll guide you through colors and deliver flawless results. Experience the difference with fast, friendly professionals at SpokanePaintingPros.com.
I'm Mark Peterson with the 4 News Now Extreme Team. Join us all this week as we take a double project on for the Veterans Community Response and the Washington State Fallen Heroes, their new neighbors. Extreme Team is brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Hey, Chad here from the Easy Home Buyer. If you want to know how easy it is to sell your house fast, just pull out your phone and scan this QR code. It's that simple.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Without my good feet, I would not be able to do this. And remember, I'm in my 60s. Hey!
When you get injured in a car accident, you're going to have to fight with a big insurance company
who make huge profits by paying out small settlements.
That's when you call Russell and Hill.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
4 News Now is brought to you by Kerner Furniture.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
It is now 6:16. Ever feel like you were bad with money or wish you'd better spending habits? Financial experts call that your money mindset. Kirsten O'Connor explains how to adjust your spending habits in this Money Saving Monday.
How we spend, save, or stress about money starts long before our first paycheck. At Canopy Credit Union, financial expert Baron Saxton sees it every day.
It's important to understand when a money mindset actually develops, which is way earlier than people think. It's around age 5.
Saxton says what you saw growing up, whether there was never enough money or always plenty, shapes how you handle it now.
The emotions that we carry around money, fear, guilt, or anxiety, usually come from what we observed growing up and don't necessarily have to do with our current financial situation.
And that can show up as spending every dollar the second it hits your account, or being so afraid to spend you skip things you actually need. To change those habits, Saxton says slow yourself down. Ask what's just convenient spending and build in speed bumps. Things like cash and envelope budgets or automatic transfers into savings.
Psychologically speaking, a habit is literally just a shortcut in your brain.
Saxton compares it to driving to a new job for the first time.
Driving to work for the first time at a new job, right? The first time you do it, there's a lot of decisions, there's a lot of things you're thinking about along the way. But after a few times, you're not thinking about any of that.
Good money habits can become just as automatic. With this Money Saving Monday, I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
At 6:17, the taste of winter paired with some bright blue skies over the weekend brought out many families to the Numerica Skate Ribbon. This is a live look right now. It was a rough start to the season for the Ribbon, which was forced to close earlier due to unseasonably warm temperatures. But with more recent colder temps for a little bit, people of all ages laced up the skates and made the most of it. This is the final week the Ribbon will be open, so be sure to check it out before the season comes to an end. It's open tomorrow through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Gonna be a little wet out there.
Yeah, probably some fortunate timing there because, yeah, skating in the rain, not exactly the funnest thing in the world to do. And that is going to be our day today. We're searching for some winter weather here on this last week of meteorological winter. You're not going to find much down in the valleys, but in the mountains, it's going to be a different story here today as this rather warm storm system pushes through. Snow coming down over Stevens Pass. Snoqualmie also seeing some snow and some slowdowns here as well. So the Cascades are going to be kind of the apex point here for the snowy weather this morning. Getting into midday in the afternoon, we're going to start to see snow levels dropping around North Idaho. And so while we've seen a little bit of snow from time to time in the Idaho passes this morning, late in the day, things are going to be a little bit more difficult when it comes to travel. 5 to 9 inches today for most mountain passes going into our end of the day and even into early tomorrow morning, which is how long this winter weather advisory in North Idaho will continue, as well as folks in western Montana. Folks up in Lincoln County also going to be seeing some light snow accumulations. And that's not the only place where we're going to be looking for a little bit of snow come tomorrow morning. I'm expecting at least a little bit of snow to stick around the Palouse and then across the central panhandle here. So the Silver Valley, St. Mary's, you work your way down the St. Mary's River here. You cross over towards the Dworshak Reservoir down to the Camas Prairie. All these areas have a chance to see a little bit of that snow stick in the morning. and create some slowdowns for your morning drive. Maybe it's even a little dusting stick around parts of Coeur d'Alene here as well, and some of the higher benches around Spokane. Right now, of course, it is all rain and it is soggy out there this morning. We're going to get a few more breaks during the afternoon as all of the wet weather that's kind of sitting right over I-90 begins to kind of shift to the south a little bit. So it's going to be a rainy afternoon across the Palouse and central Idaho and southeast Washington. You start to see that snow level begin to drop, though, as we head towards 4 or 5 o'clock. The snow starts coming down, starts creating problems over Lookout Pass during this time frame. The rain continues down in these lower elevations. Notice, however, as we head towards 10 p.m., now we've got snow instead of rain. Pullman, Moscow, Tico, St. Mary's, up into parts of around Lake Coeur d'Alene, those higher benches around there, and then right at the edge of the I-90 corridor. So still a chance tonight for maybe a very brief rain-snow mix around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Then as we head into the early hours of the morning, everything kind of starts shifting down to the south here, and that will be the trend as we go throughout the day on Tuesday. Eventually, we'll flip back over to rain as the snow level rises for the second half of Tuesday, with a slight chance of a couple more showers for Tuesday afternoon. Once again, mainly right along and south of I-90. So once we kind of get past this morning, northern valleys, you're going to actually be pretty dry, also a little chillier as well. Then for the second half of this week, we're going to be on the lookout for some gusty winds. We're going to get sideswiped by a weather system that is just going to give us wind, and we'll be updating you on as we go throughout the week. All right, right now, it's Monday. It's time for Pet of the Week.
Meet Mama Tofu. If her name made you smile, just wait till you meet this 4-year-old pure muscle sweetheart. Mama is all about treats and loves to play ball. She also knows her basic commands and has a gentle touch when accepting those treats. She would make a great companion for an active family or individual. However, when inside, she just loves being by your side. Stop by Companions Animal Center to meet Mama Tofu. She's always watching for that next visitor to greet her at her kennel door. For more information on all the animals available for adoption, you can also visit our website at companionsanimalcenter.org.
Yeah, cheers to whoever came up with her awesome name. It is now 6:22. Gonzaga remains undefeated at home after an ugly win over Pacific Saturday night. We'll tell you who brought a spark to the Zags after the break, next in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Before you consider buying tires online, give Perfection Tire a call.
Because when you buy from us, exceptional warranties are included, and the service you'll actually need for the life of your tire, all included.
Nobody beats perfection. When it comes to travel, you're a winner. That's why you don't just have a travel pillow. You have a full-body travel cocoon. And that's why you rent with National, where you can skip the counter and go.
Don't let congestion take over. Afrin No Trip. Wow, ridiculously fast nasal congestion relief. The wow is real.
And now try new drug-free Afrin Saline.
All right, buddy. Third time this week. I'm going to need you to stand and spread your arms for me.
Do you mind? We're having a moment.
Don't make me ask you again, sir. Let's move over here.
Take it easy. You're going to end up owing me dinner. You know, you might want to turn around.
And you might want to spread those arms wider.
Well, they're perpendicular to my body, so...
At 4 News Now, we're part of this community, sharing your stories, listening to your voice, and delivering the news that matters most to you. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
When it comes to tires, you want options. At Perfection Tire, we've got all the top brands: Cooper, Toyo, Michelin, Goodyear, Continental, and so many more.
And with easy credit plans, get 6 months financing with 0 interest. You can drive away today.
Welcome to Morning Sports. I'm Jack Wallace. The Zags found a seam to beat the Pacific Tigers over the weekend, a game that featured solid defense mixed with okay shooting, but a few players shined out in the ugly win. Graham Ike, Emmanuel Innocenti, and Davis Fogel were the standouts on both ends of the floor. Fogel provided the biggest spark off the bench, shooting a tremendous 9 for 12 from the free throw line, a sore spot for the Zags this season, with the team missing 11 shots from the line. The freshman spoke post-game about his and the team's impact against a feisty Pacific team.
Yeah, I think just staying super solid on defense, not fouling, making sure like we're holding them to one shot, and then just trying to get easy buckets. You know, obviously getting into Graham leads to great things, and then just hitting free throws. I thought we shot better down the stretch than we have in the past couple games.
Gonzaga could clinch the #1 overall seed in the WCC and at least a share of the regular season title with a revenge win over the Portland Pilots this coming Wednesday night in the Kennel. Washington State hasn't had the year they wanted, at least past the preseason, sinking now to 7th in the WCC. The Cougs can't seem to find their stride after their humbling loss, this time to St. Mary's, now 0-4 against the Gales since joining the conference. The game dropped comes right after a win over Pacific, breaking a 3-game slide. And head coach David Riley spoke post-game about how the Cougs can keep weathering the torrents of the year and break to a better finish.
You don't get tough by saying you're tough. You get tough by going through hard things, and our that's where the experience matters, and you know we've got to make sure that we keep building and have some more continuity and keep growing as a group.
Washington State next plays at LMU on Wednesday and then at Pepperdine to close the regular season. Then comes Las Vegas in the WCC tournament, the last ride in the conference until returning to the Pac-12. Thanks for watching Morning Sports. Make sure to catch us tonight at 6 and Nightside with more sports action coming your way.
It's now 6:26. Some Vietnam veterans are taking President Trump to court. Topping our next half hour, the massive monument plan they say dishonors those who served our country. And Mexico's most wanted drug lord is dead, killed in a military raid, sparking explosive violence across the country. American tourists now trapped in the chaos, including a Coeur d'Alene couple who sent us this video. That story just ahead.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Post Falls ER and Hospital.
Kerner Furniture's President's Day sale is here. That means it's time to save big on everything in the showroom, including La-Z-Boy. Shop reclining sofas like this La-Z-Boy. Sale price $1199.95.
Our huge selection of La-Z-Boy recliners are marked down with sale prices starting at just $299.95.
Find the furniture that complements your home at a price that complements your budget.
Shop local and save big during Kerner Furniture's President's Day sale. Going on now.
Go ahead, crank the volume. We got you. USPS has increased daily package processing capacity by 46% in the past 5 years. And with USPS Ground Advantage, your packages stay in our secure network, dock to door, nationwide. For full visibility, near real-time tracking, affordable pricing, for peace of mind. USPS Ground Advantage.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models.
ShopDaveSmith.com. From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now story tracker following the stories people are reading about online this morning. The price of gas keeps going up. In Spokane, it's 9.5 cents higher than it was just last week, now at $3.76 a gallon. That's more than 36 cents higher than a month ago. Coeur d'Alene saw prices rise about 10 cents in the last week to $2.95. The national average holding steady around $2.88 a gallon. A small group of Vietnam War veterans is suing the Trump administration over the president's plan to build a massive arch in Washington, D.C. Trump says he wants to build the Independence Ark to commemorate the nation's 250th anniversary, envisioning a bigger version of the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. The lawsuit filed Thursday argues the arch could obstruct the symbolic view between Arlington National Cemetery and the Lincoln Memorial, dishonoring those who have served in the military. The White House countered, saying it will enhance visits to the cemetery and honor those who have served. The police officer who responded when his 2-year-old dog was left abandoned has adopted the Golden Doodle mini poodle. Police had named the dog Jet Blue. When the dog was left at the Las Vegas airport, an animal rights group reached out to the owner and said they had 10 days to claim the dog. The spokesperson for the group says that owner hung up the call. Since then, officers have arrested that person. The Retriever Rescue Group says the dog has found a loving home, and group members praise the officer for his act of compassion. What a sweet dog. It's now 6:30. I'm Robin Nance. Natalie Grant is off this morning. It is Monday, February 23rd.
Oh, we always have so much fun with the school visits here. Oh my gosh.
They were adorable.
They were super adorable. So, hey, you know, shout out. We'd like to have fun. Kids love the weather well, I'll tell you that right now. Live conditions, currently it has rained this morning and it's pretty warm. 42 now in Spokane, a little bit cooler in Coeur d'Alene at 35. The rain's still coming down here, a little out of focus on our camera as well, but you can see the dark skies that are going to be with us for a majority of the day here. Got some really heavy rain in between Post Falls and Coeur d'Alene, so into the downtown area, you're about to see a good increase in intensity, I guess, as far as the rain goes. Same goes for folks in Hayden. Looks like the heavier stuff has kind of missed Rathdrum here, but it's still rain coming down. It dries out as you get into the valley here, but this is not going to last forever. In fact, out on the West Plains, already starting to see a little bit of rain kind of work its way back in, and so we will continue to see rain more often than not, and in some cases, quite heavy rain as we head through this 6:30 half hour and beyond here this morning. Start to see a little bit of a backside to this. We'll see how that plays out here as we go through your 6:30 and into 7 o'clock hour here as well. A little bit more of a zoom out. Yeah, not quite done with the rain here yet, especially along I-90 and points to the south. You can see wet weather around Moses Lake and then spreading across the Palouse. Our focus going to shift here to southern parts of our region for rain this afternoon. We'll take a look at that and plan out your Monday coming up.
All right, Pat, thank you. We are following breaking news of the deadly shooting at President Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida. Authorities say the suspected gunman was carrying a shotgun and a gas can when he drove into the secure perimeter Sunday morning. And it comes as law enforcement prepping security ahead of this week's State of the Union address. Hannah Joyce, the breaking now desk. Hannah, what details can you give us about that suspected gunman?
Robin, authorities identified the man as 21-year-old Austin Tucker from North Carolina. Police shot him just after 1 yesterday morning. The president and first lady were at the White House when it all went down. And this is actually the third assassination attempt on the president.
He was ordered to drop those two pieces of equipment that he had with him, at which time he put down the gas can, raised the shotgun to a shooting position. At that point in time, the deputy and the two Secret Service agents fired their weapons and neutralized the threat.
Martin's family reported him missing Saturday. His cousin described him as quiet and inexperienced with guns and said he didn't know how Martin felt about the president. Now, authorities are trying to figure out what Martin was planning and why.
If you live in the area of the shooting, please check your exterior cameras for last night, early this morning. If you see anything, please contact us.
In a post on X, FBI Director Kash Patel says the FBI will dedicate all necessary resources to the investigation. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy for News Now.
All right, thanks, Hannah. The Department of Homeland Security has reversed the decision to temporarily suspend two of the most widely used travel security programs in the U.S., TSA PreCheck and Global Entry. Yesterday, DHS said the security programs would shut down as part of the partial government shutdown. A few hours later, the Transportation Security Administration said the PreCheck program is, quote, operational with no change for the traveling public. TSA added staffing changes would be evaluated on a case-by-case basis. Meanwhile, DHS employees deemed essential, including an estimated 63,000 TSA agents, have continued working without pay. Mexico's government says it killed one of the world's most wanted drug lords, but the takedown fueled chaos with cars and buses set on fire and roads blocked across several states. My neighbor sent me this video. The couple's been going to Puerto Vallarta every year for the last 25 years. They watched as the mayhem broke out just blocks from where they're staying. Now, the raid happened in a rural town in the western state of Jalisco, where troops moved in on a major cartel stronghold. They got into a shootout with gunmen, killing several people. Officials say the cartel leader was badly wounded and died while being airlifted to Mexico City. He had been at the top of Mexico's most wanted list with a multi-million-dollar reward from the U.S. for his capture. But the operation set off violent backlash. Suspected cartel members torched vehicles, blocked highways, and clashed with authorities in at least 5 states, including Puerto Vallarta. Flights have been suspended, public transit shut down in parts of Jalisco, and the U.S. State Department is urging Americans in Jalisco and neighboring states to shelter in place amid ongoing roadblocks and criminal activity. The Spokane mail carriers rallied on the Division Street Bridge Sunday, demanding a better contract as national negotiations get underway. Branch 442 of the National Association of Letter Carriers held a fight like hell honk and wave, calling for higher starting pay, full benefits on day one, and a faster path to top wages. Carriers told us their work is physically demanding and essential to keeping the mail moving to every address every day, but say current pay, about $21 an hour for new hires with only partial benefits, isn't enough.
We are out in all the elements. It's a very physical job and very demanding. It's very time consuming. So we really feel like we offer a first-class service and we should be getting first-class pay.
The rally is part of a nationwide movement. Check your freezer. Trader Joe's is recalling packages of chicken fried rice. The package may contain pieces of glass. The recalled product comes in green 20-ounce plastic bags like these. The frozen chicken fried rice has a Best By date between September and November of this year. 4 customers reported finding glass in the rice, but there are no confirmed reports of injuries. Federal food safety regulators say if you have it, you should throw the product away or return it to the store for a refund. In Alabama, an irresistible black kitten is looking for a forever home. This 17-month-old black cat is one of them in a million with a rare genetic mutation that left him with an extra set of ears. His foster home calls him Dobby. Dobby is scheduled for surgery to help fix an underbite. He'll go up for adoption once he's healed. It is now 6:37. Meteorologist Matt Gray keeping an eye on the wet stuff come through.
Yeah, exactly. So we dried out a little bit here the last kind of 20 minutes or so in downtown Spokane, but you look on the horizon, the rolling clouds going to bring in some more wet weather here later this morning. You want to have some rain gear as you head out the door. And as we go into tonight, there are some places that may see a little bit of snow mixed in with that as well. We'll show you where coming up.
The mountains look peaceful, but they are hiding a deadly secret. Just ahead, what avalanche experts say could trigger disaster in North Idaho.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Welcome to Mistaqua Casino Hotel. Discover endless possibilities with our exclusive partnership with 49 Degrees North. Cozy fireplaces, state-of-the-art ski lockers, and views that take your breath away. Book your hotel stay with us and enjoy a delicious dinner, drinks by the fire, and the soothing warmth of the hot tub.
Ski, stay, and play at Mistaqua Casino Hotel. Located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah.
Doug.
Thank you both for coming in. I'm a bit worried about Doug Jr. I know how important Liberty Mutual is to your family.
Now, they customize car insurance to save people hundreds.
Right. Well, Doug Jr. keeps writing this. Douglas Jr. Well, at least he spelled insurance right? He did not.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Before it's your York air conditioner, it belongs to Chad Peachin, who inspects and tests every unit on the line. And Ricky Howard, whose leak testing process is 99.9% accurate. And Sid Castile, who checks for fabrication flaws down to ridiculous tolerances. You see, before you buy it, they own it. So if you want something really well built, you want a York. Built here. Built right. Built by York.
Okay, team, this year when people call the Easy Home Buyer, I want to offer more for their home. We're going to buy the home as is and close in as little as 14 days and give them a check. Let's go.
Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Declared dead while still living and breathing.
One very much here, very much alive.
Endless lines, lost insurance, and red tape. Why weeks later, a local woman is still fighting to prove she exists. Tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest.
It's now 6:40. Avalanche danger remains high in North Idaho, even though the recent streak of human-triggered slides ended Saturday. The Idaho Panhandle Avalanche Center says weak layers in the snowpack are still very unstable, and people are likely to trigger avalanches even from a distance. The center says there is more snow in the forecast, which will increase travel danger again today and tomorrow.
Yeah, you got to be careful up there. Rain on top of snow is never a fun thing, and these temperature swings as well. Speaking of temperature swings, it's rain, not snow here this morning, and that's going to continue for most of the day. Expect it to be a little bit drier this afternoon. We'll see some clearing, especially in our northern valleys, but continue with that chance of rain along I-90 and points to the south. For tonight, a slight chance of a little winter mix coming in as those temperatures start to cool.
Well, daily life is now a matter of life and death for a Spokane woman, but not in the way you might think. Several weeks ago, Leslie Stannard needed some groceries. She went to the store, grabbed what she wanted, but when she tried to pay with her credit card, it was declined. So she called her bank to find out why. It wasn't because she had reached her limit or ran out of cash. Their file showed she was dead.
Well, I'm very much here, very much alive.
Now she is fighting the system just to bring herself back to life on paper. Watch Hannah Joy's full report tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest. It's now 6:42. The Winter Olympic Games come to an end as the U.S. takes the top prize in both men's and women's hockey. We'll wrap it all up from Italy right after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Thinking of updating my kitchen? Yeah. Yes. This year, we are finally updating our kitchen. Doing subway tile and an ivory or eggshell. Cream, maybe bone. Don't get me started on quartz. Big island. You ever heard of a waterfall?
For everyone who talks about doing that thing,
and over there,
but never does that thing,
sweet little breakfast nook.
Chase has financial guidance.
See how you can start saving to make this happen.
Really?
Really?
Really.
At home or in person.
You could also check out a Chase Money Skills workshop.
That's guidance from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
Post Falls ER and Hospital, open 24/7, providing premium emergency department care without the wait. From your child sports injury to urgent ambulance visits, Post Falls ER features low wait times, efficient procedures, and compassionate care. Plus, we provide state-of-the-art imaging, inpatient care, and accept all commercial insurances. Because in an emergency, every second counts and every life matters. Post Falls ER and Hospital, State Line near Cabela's, minutes away, hours faster.
The largest home show in the region returns to the Spokane Fair and Expo Center this Thursday through Sunday. All 4 buildings filled wall to wall with hundreds of the latest home improvement products and services. Shop, compare, save time and money with exclusive show discounts and deals. Thursday is 2 for 1 day. 2 admissions for the price of 1 on Thursday only. Acres of free parking. 48 years of setting the standard. One Spokane Home and Yard Show. Tickets on sale now at custershows.com.
STA has helped me by making it possible for me to get basically everywhere I want to get at a very low price and with very good schedules. What I like about STA is the routes are very well planned. They go really everywhere you need to go. And I love the drivers. The drivers are friendly and knowledgeable, and they treat the customers really well. I've been riding STA since 1955. STA saves me a lot of money.
If you've been on the American River, it's uphill, it's downhill. There's trails everywhere that you can walk, and it just makes you happy. And I couldn't walk, and it was terrible. I was turning into a real crab. I went to the Good Feet store, and I tried on the arch supports. I never have taken them off since the day I bought them. I can walk, I can run, I can jump, I can do anything. My name's Terry, and that's my Good Feet story.
You too can get back out there with arch supports from the Good Feet store.
4 News Now is brought to you by Parker Subaru.
Welcome back. It's now 7:15. The torch is out in Italy, capping an incredible Winter Games. For the first time since 1980 and 46 years to the day of the Miracle on Ice, when a squad of amateurs defeated the mighty Soviet Union, the U.S. men's hockey team are gold medalists once again, this time overcoming their arch rivals, Canada, in overtime. ABC's Marcus Moore from Milan with the moments the Americans reclaimed gold.
2 cauldrons and 1 closing ceremony in Cortina and Verona as the Winter Games come to a close. The athletes filled with smiles as they made their way into the amphitheater. Women's hockey captain Hillary Knight and ice dancer Evan Bates, flag bearers for Team USA. But it was the men's hockey team that would steal the show on the final day of competition, becoming the first U.S. team since the 1980 Miracle on Ice to capture gold, and only the 3rd time in history. This time against Canada, who denied their gold medal dreams in 2002 and 2010. Goalie Connor Hellebuyck stopping 41 shots, including this save, preventing the puck with his stick from crossing the goal line. The game would go into overtime, 3-on-3 hockey. Jack Hughes, who lost part of 2 teeth, scoring the winner.
My first thought was draw the penalty. Actually, my first thought was I looked down the ice and saw my teeth. I was like here we go again. Because I know the last time that happened, it wasn't very fun.
And then there was this moment. Matthew Tkachuk honoring his former teammate Johnny Gaudreau with their number 13 jersey and celebrating with his children. Johnny, who likely would have been on the team, and his brother Matthew were killed by an alleged drunk driver more than a year ago.
Just a subtle reminder that, him, his brother, that they're kind of with us in spirit.
USA! Fans ecstatic for a golden sweep for the Americans against their Canadian rivals.
It was just a great game to watch. I mean, because you're watching history, right? And years from now, people will talk about this game. We could say we were there.
And Team USA set a record with 12 gold medals in this Winter Games with an overall medal count of 33. And Europe will once again play host to the Winter Games in 2030 in the French Alps. But the next Olympics head to Los Angeles for the 2028 Summer Games. Marcus Moore, ABC News, Milan.
Just incredible. Was I the only person who was thinking about that John Hamm promo with about the Olympics, how he said, he was with the hockey team, and they said, "What do you want to bring home?" And they said, "Canadian tears." And he's like, "No, don't you mean gold?"
Oh boy, yeah, there was a lot. I'm going to be thinking about that goal at the very end of the women's game for a long time.
Just
that was
incredible.
Amazing. Well, speaking of wintry things, we haven't seen a lot of wintry things this year, but there is some really nasty stuff. And if maybe you have friends or about a flight from somebody that's getting delayed, it's probably because of this nasty blizzard across the major airports here in the Northeast United States. They're talking about in some places seeing over 2 feet of snow out of this one. So far, parts of Long Island, more than 16 inches, and parts of Delaware as well so far from this nasty blizzard. You got 40, 50-mile-an-hour winds along with it as well that started yesterday. So everybody's shut down there in the Northeast Corridor. Meanwhile, here, we've only had about 16 inches of snow for the entire season. Just shows you how much different the winter has been out west compared to the east and the northeast. We're starting to see the rain at least wrap up for the moment around Spokane. And yes, it is raining this morning, not snow. However, rain coming down pretty heavy in Coeur d'Alene, St. Mary's. You got a lot of rain to get through here as well. Going to see a little bit of a break around Spokane, but a chance still as we go through the rest of the day for more showery weather. You look to the south here this morning, and this is where we're going to be focusing for the rest of the day on wet weather. So it may not have been super rainy until very recently around, say, places like Pullman and Moscow over the last hour or so. snow, but this is where the action is going to stay as we go through the morning and then late morning and then into the second half of the day. Is going to be right around Interstate 90 and then points to the south through southeast Washington and the central panhandle. Snow levels will start to drop here heading into this evening, and so Lookout Pass is going to start to see some difficult travel conditions. 4th of July seeing some accumulating snow as well. Also a chance for light accumulations across the Palouse, both sides of the state line here, to as far north as the higher benches to the south of Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as well for this evening, and then heading into the early morning hours, slowly fading away the wet weather from north to south, but still going to see some sticking there around the Palouse region. So places like Pullman, Moscow, St. Mary's, up to the Tico area, around the southern shores of Lake Coeur d'Alene. And then look at Lookout Pass. A chance here for probably in that 8 to 10 inch range, more likely by the time we get to the middle of tomorrow. We will take a look at your 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Why choose between getting things done and doing things with the ones you love? With Fred Meyer same-day pickup and delivery, you can shop the same great prices you'd find in store, and we bring the groceries right to you, so you can catch more family time. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
What kind of a book is it?
It's a love story.
The Notebook is now a romantic Broadway musical for the ages, full of butterfly-inducing highs.
Why didn't you write to me?
I wrote you a letter every day for a year.
Based on the best-selling novel that inspired the iconic film. Fall in love again at The Notebook.
March 17th through the 22nd at the First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
One call, that's all, means we take care of everything after your car wreck.
From dealing with insurance companies to helping you find doctors and repair shops, we're here to guide you from start to finish.
After my car accident, working with Craig Swap and Associates made the whole process so easy. They communicated with me and let me know what the next step was every step of the way.
Call Craig Swap and Associates today. Let us make your recovery simple. One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Snow days are the best days, especially when there's fresh powder on the mountain.
But getting there, that's where Subaru Symmetrical All-Wheel Drive comes in. Glide up the icy roads with confidence and enjoy stability on every twist and turn.
Pack your gear, load up the crew, and let the heated seats keep you warm on the way.
Because with Subaru, getting up to the ski hill is just as thrilling as the ride down.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event now through March 31st at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur.
Fred Meyer always gives you more ways to save, like low prices in every aisle. Plus, you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the app and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Discover more ways to save big. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
At 4 News Now, we're part of this community, sharing your stories, listening to your voice, and delivering the news that matters most to you. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Thank you.
I got this.
Thanks. I'm Alex.
I'm Jade.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Monday in the morning sprint. Expect rain and winds today. Meteorologist Matt Gray has your forecast. But first, Hannah Joy in studio tracking breaking news out of Mexico.
Yeah, Robin, cars on fire, roads blocked, and it all started after the killing of drug lord El Mencho. Military forces carried out the operation, and cartel members fired back. In a post on social media, the White House press secretary says, in part, El Mencho was a top target for both the Mexican and U.S. governments. After the takedown, things escalated pretty fast. Airports shut down, and a lot of U.S. citizens found themselves stranded. At this point, a lot of countries tell their citizens to stay put and stay safe. For the latest updates, tune in to Good Morning America.
The Spokane Police Department searching for the people involved in a fatal stabbing in North Spokane. Officers were called to the Apple Tree Inn on Holland Avenue between North Division and Newport Highway around 1 yesterday afternoon. When they arrived, they found a man in one of the rooms suffering with stab wounds. They tried saving his life, but he died at the scene. SPD believes multiple people involved in the stabbing left that scene before officers arrived. Holland is open this morning. It was shut down for several hours for the investigation. To find out stories like this, first, you can download the 4 News Now mobile app and turn on push notifications. It'll be sent right to your phone.
It has been a wet start this morning with rain down in the valleys and lowlands in your weather. Getting a break right now in Spokane, but the rain is coming down. It's coming down pretty good in Coeur d'Alene, at least for the moment. We are going to continue to see a pretty decent chance of rain going through your morning hours. Temperatures will be hovering in the low to mid 40s here for pretty much the entire day. It'll be a little less rainy for the afternoon. A few breaks in the clouds. Then, as we start to cool off this evening, they look for a little bit of winter mix on some of the higher benches around town.
The taste of winter paired with bright blue skies brought many families out to the Numerica Skate Ribbon this weekend. It was a bit of a rough start to the season for the ribbon, which was forced to close earlier due to unseasonably warm temperatures. This is the final week the ribbon will be open, so be sure to check it out before the season comes to an end. It's open Tuesday through Sunday, 11 to 9, of course, depending on weather. Avalanche danger remains high in North Idaho, even though the recent streak of human-triggered slides ended Saturday. The Idaho Panhandle Avalanche Center says weak layers in the snowpack are still very unstable, and people are likely to trigger avalanches, even from a distance. The center says there is more snow in the forecast, which will increase avalanche danger again today and tomorrow. Spokane mail carriers rallied on the Division Street Bridge yesterday, demanding a better contract as national negotiations get underway. Carriers told us their work is physically demanding and essential to keeping the mail moving to every address every day, but say current pay, about $21 an hour for new hires with only partial benefits, isn't enough. The rally is part of a nationwide movement. We are taking a look at a few of the ordinances the Spokane City Council is considering at tonight's meeting. An ordinance to ban kratom will have its first reading. Kratom comes in many forms, including liquids, pills, capsules, and powders. It's often sold at gas stations, convenience stores, and smoke shops. The ordinance would ban the sale and distribution of kratom in all forms within the city of Spokane. If approved, Spokane would be the first city in Washington to do so. Another proposal discusses creating immigration enforcement-free zones on city-owned property. The ordinance requires federal agents like ICE to obtain a judicial warrant before staging or conducting surveillance on city property and parking lots. That proposal comes as fear grows within Spokane's immigrant community. The city council holds its first reading of the ordinance at its meeting tonight. One Spokane woman had her credit card declined, and when she called her bank to find out why, it wasn't because she reached her limit. Their file shows that she was dead.
Well, I'm very much here, very much alive.
Now she is fighting the system just to bring herself back to life on paper. Watch Hannah Joy's full report tomorrow right here on Good Morning Northwest. Tomorrow, President Trump will deliver his State of the Union address to Congress. Some local lawmakers will not be in attendance. Washington Senator Patty Murray announced on Twitter she will not go to the President's State of the Union. Washington Senator Maria Cantwell is attending. She'll bring Washington Secretary of State Steve Hobbs as her guest. Eastern Washington Representative Michael Baumgartner has invited a high school teacher from Walla Walla to accompany him tomorrow. For updates on the president's address, stick around for GMA starting at 7 o'clock. And we'll be back with a final check of weather with Matt right after this break.
Now making a move, left side, left circle, snap the shot, and the puck loose out front and in the net. It goes in. Burkhart was there looking to stuff it in.
Saturday, February 28th at Numerica Veterans Arena. It's Chiefs Fight Cancer Night, presented by Inland Imaging. Your Spokane Chiefs play the Tri-City Americans. Special jersey auction benefits Every Woman Can PNW. Plus, the first 5,000 fans receive a jersey rally towel from Inland Imaging. And it's a family feast. Main entrance doors open at 3:30 for Spokane Women's Hockey Exhibition Game. Get tickets at SpokaneChiefs.com.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything. In the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models.
ShopDaveSmith.com.
I'm Mark Peterson with the 4 News Now Extreme Team. Join us all this week as we take a double project on for the Veterans Community Response and the Washington State Fallen Heroes, their new neighbors. Extreme Team is brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Plenty of wet roads here this morning, but we're drying out, at least for the moment, around Spokane. Still expect a good chance of rain here for the rest of the day. May see a little mix try to work in this evening. For Tuesday, likely going to see some wet weather to start, but drying out the later we go into the day. And then the back end of the week, a whole lot drier, but looking for some gusty winds. Make sure you come on back. Check with us again later this week as we keep an eye on those winds for Thursday's forecast.
And we thank you so much for watching Good Morning Northwest this morning. We'll see you throughout GMA with live local updates. Good Morning America starts next.